So, Mr. Chairman, thank you very much for sitting down with us.
Pleasure.
There's only one place to start, really. Tranmere, record-setting, amazing away support. You right in the middle of it.
Yeah, no, it was a great day out, and as Aaron Downs has said, he thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think everybody who was there had a really good time. Obviously, the result was huge and made the difference, but I just thought the fans that day really got it together. I suppose it's the early goal, isn't it? And going to a big stadium, a big game, and having a decent number of fans there, and we started singing from the very beginning, and it virtually carried on all the way through, and the players really got stuck into it, and then to the huge embarrassment of many, including my daughter, it was my turn, and I was just trying to ignore it, but the players were looking around at me and saying, "Go on then." So I had to do my bit, but it was fun. I wouldn't want to do it again particularly, but it was fun. First time I have been asked to do it before, but I've never actually done it before. So no, it's good. But it's a good, as you say, it was a great day all round. I thought the players acquitted themselves fantastically and well deserved the result. And as you say, the result was obviously much bigger than the record. It's all about results now going in, but it's fantastic to have a record like that, because the team that they've taken that record off was a good team, and playing very well, and so to surpass that says a lot, I think, about the quality of the squad that we have now.
Yeah, obviously with the record comes a fantastic season, but still a long way to go.
Well, I know it's 11 games to go, and it's in normal circumstances we'd have been promoted by now, given our points tally and everything else. But fair play, we're on screen, they win, we win, and so on, and so it's still incredibly tight, which generally keeps the interest going. But I must say, I'd rather we were comfortably clear at the moment. But nevertheless, we're not. So every game is critical. There are no easy games for either team. And we just want to make sure that we carry on doing the business. And I think the performance of Tranmere is probably one of the most difficult games we're going to have. So that's a superb performance. Given Tranmere's actually on a good run, and they won over the weekend, so that was a really great result for us. Obviously, it was hugely beneficial that Barrow held us out a little bit on Saturday. That was, I must admit, at 2-0. I'm sure a lot of us were thinking, oh no, we're going to be second. But who knows in football? And so it's really exciting. I mean, last year I was massively nervous about relegation, and equally this year I'm equally nervous for the opposite reasons. It's just as important and just as nerve-wracking as it was last year, because the consequences are in reverse. But nevertheless, the consequences of not getting promoted and then having to go through the playoffs. Which we know is a lottery. The 4 teams start on a level playing field at no points, don't they? So we really have got to make sure we do this. And I think in Gary we've got every chance. And I think also with players coming back from injury, I think we've had a tough season in terms of the injuries. But I think what I would say is Gary has done a fantastic job in recruiting replacements for those injured players, and we've lost good injured players, not fringe players, but really good players. So he's done a great job in bringing those new recruits.
You mentioned how good the fans were at Tranmere. They can play a massive part in the running, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm hoping that we're going to see a gradual increase now in travelling support, certainly on Saturdays, because as I said in my programme now, we're having a good time. We've had some rubbish times over the last couple of years where it's been a real slog to go to home games, let alone away games. But I think at the moment, where everyone's having a really good time, the team is engaging and playing well and deserving of that support. I think really everyone must make the effort now to come along to the away games and really get behind the team. And I think the home games, I know it's a low crowd against Gateshead, but I think they brought 12 fans with them. It wasn't a great night. So it wasn't, it could have been a lot worse. But I think generally speaking this year the crowds have really held up, and particularly on Saturdays. And I think the occasion is just so much more now with the Gary and the players' engagement and little celebration after when we win. Ken Dodd's now become a very regular feature at Whaddon Road, which is great again. But no, I think what people are seeing now is players fully committed, fully engaged, and giving 110%, which is all they can do.
And it's a big night tomorrow night when we travel to Eastleigh. What are your predictions for tomorrow night?
I'm not making any predictions. I think it's a ground that very few of us would have been to before, so it's always nice to go to a new stadium, not too far. We know it's going to be a tough game. We know the pitch is going to be difficult. They've had lots of postponements there this year, but hopefully, with the drier weather, it will, be half decent. I thought they were one of the better teams we played when they came up to the World of Smile Stadium earlier in the season. I think they played very, very well. And I think by all accounts they're a little bit unlucky not to get something out of the Forest Green game recently. So we know it's going to be a tough game. But there's no doubt that Gary will have the players up for it. And I think they'll want to put the Gateshead result behind them, because obviously that wasn't our best performance for some time, to be honest. So I think the players will be really, really keen to put on a good performance.
Tomorrow's obviously the start of March. March finishes with 2 games on television. With that and the promotion push, it's an exciting time to be a Chatham Town fan.
No, it is. I mean, it's we've had more television coverage this year, I think, than for many years, and I subscribe to BT Sport particularly this year, and I'm sure other fans have done too. And actually, I quite enjoy watching the highlights program last night. I can't believe how lucky that second Forest Green goal was. Actually, that back pass was unbelievable. But there we go. These things happen. But no, I mean, it is a great season to be a Chatham Town fan, particularly after the last 2. We aren't getting those people back who we've perhaps lost over the last few years for whatever reason, and we can understand why people may have lost their enthusiasm for watching a team which couldn't win at home or couldn't win at all. So no, it's great to have them all back on board, and let's hope they can keep that support going now to the end of the season, and we can have a great celebration at the end.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.